1.3 million viewers to an exhibition game, not even a preseason game.
At this point, the CaitlinClark effect isn't just real, it's undeniable. We're talking 41 nationally televised games opponents moving to NBA arenas just for her games, and now over 1.3 million viewers tuned in to watch her in a preseason exhibition against a Brazilian team with players no one could name if their life depended on it. She's got Michael Jordan-level magnetism and is arguably the most marketable female athlete on the planet right now. Everyone can see it. So why doesn't Nike?
Sponsors that was noticeably quiet yesterday was Nike. And a lot of people were tweeting about this. They were wondering, why isn't Nike and Nike basketball, why are none of their accounts saying anything about this? Yes, it's a preseason game, but this is a huge day for Caitlin. She's returning to her alum. Who knows when she will play there again? And she hit a 36-foot.
While other CaitlinClark sponsors like Gatorade were out front celebrating what was an emotional, electric, and downright historic homecoming in Iowa City, Nike was silent. No post, no highlight, not even a retweet, and fans were quick to call them, "Out, you blew it." Because this wasn't just a slip-up, it was an obvious moment for a player they sponsor. And Nike didn't even try. Whereas Nike, has there ever been a bigger ball drop in the history of athletes than what they have done with CaitlinClark? Do they not understand? And here's the thing. This isn't a one-off oversight, it's a pattern that fans and analysts have been calling out for a while. Imagine having a CC as a brand and saying, "We have the most marketable athlete right now in America, but we don't want to market her. We have the easiest money. We can make the easiest promotion, but we good. Sure, they feature her on billboards and in their Super Bowl commercial. But there's no question given her gravity. Nike has undermarketed CaitlinClark. She's heading into her sophomore season with no signature shoe, no major apparel line. Nothing close to what you'd expect for someone who just pulled 1.3 million viewers for a preseason game, and nothing close to what they've done for other young basketball stars.
Here is Nike. Has there ever been a bigger ball drop in the history of athletes than what they have done with CaitlinClark? Do they not?
Instead, Nike seems laser focused on other athletes. Even Paige Beckers, before she ever stepped foot on a WNBA court, got her name on a Nike shoe. It's baffling. It defies logic, and fans want answers. I want the truth. Well, something just happened in the wake of Caitlin's homecoming that hasn't gotten a ton of mainstream attention, but speaks to what some believe to be the reason why Nike is slow playing Caitlin. Not going to lie. When you hear the reason, you're going to roll your eyes to the point where you'll start a GoFundMe to buy out Caitlin's Nike contract. I mean, it's gotten so ridiculous that even her boyfriend had to step in. More on that in a minute. Let's get into what's really going on behind the scenes and predictions for when Nike will wake up and start treating Caitlin fairly. But first, like this video and drop a comment below with why you think Nike is giving Caitlin the cold shoulder, and subscribe for more CaitlinClark and Indiana Fever updates.
Imagine having a CCC as a brand and saying, we have the most marketable athlete right now in America, but we don't want to market her. We have the easiest money we can make, the easiest promotion. We good.
Fooling CaitlinClark phenomenon. You've got the most popular women's athlete in the world. This clip was from February 2025, 3 months before Caitlin's Iowa homecoming. Even back then, everyone could see it. Something was off with Nike, and it still is. I mean, this wasn't just any game. This was CaitlinClark's return to Carver Hawkeye.
To grab a pair of signature sneakers from their star, Paige Becker. And we've seen it.
15,000 fans packed into an arena for an exhibition game, nationally televised, sold out in minutes. This was playoff-level hype, and it's obvious why. How will she go for history there? It is. This was where records were set. It's the birthplace of the CaitlinClark effect that has single-handedly transformed the NCAA, the WNBA, and women's basketball as a whole. The hype leading up to it was deafening. Caitlin hadn't played a game in 6 months. The demand, the build-up, the emotion, and some of Caitlin's sponsors understood the assignment.
World is Nike not going full-on CaitlinClark phenomenon. You've got the most popular women's athlete.
World now. Look, this wasn't a massive deal for Gatorade to do this. It wasn't $1 million ad campaign. It didn't require months of planning, it was just a simple acknowledgement of Caitlin's greatness and the gravity of the moment. And in true CaitlinClark fashion, she delivered not just a return, but an iconic moment, one of those freeze-frame goosebump plays that reminds everyone why she's a generational star. She pulled up from 36 feet, not just a deep three from behind the actual floor marker where she set the NCAA women's scoring record. It wasn't just a shot, it was the moment. Goosebumps camera flashes a full arena losing its mind.
Fans were lined up ready to go for this one. Iowa fans turned Indiana Fever fans.
It was reminiscent of Michael Jordan's iconic All-Star Game dunk that we still look back on with Nike should know all about that, since they've made billions off of him. Any way you slice it, this was a marketing layup so easy, even Angel Reese could hit it. But Nike ghost mode, no post, no hype, no celebration, nothing. And the silence was deafening. Now you would.
Being such a big game for Caitlin, her returning to her alumni in Iowa and her hitting that massive logo three, the logo three during the game, that some of her sponsors would want to show her support on social media, do any sort of marketing to uplift her and uplift their brand. And one who did do that was Gatorade. They tweeted a photo of her and they said, "Real home court advantage. Welcome back to Iowa."
The golden opportunity to showcase the most marketable athlete on the planet for free. Nike once again fumbled the bag. No highlight post, no welcome back moment, just crickets. The silence was so loud that even CaitlinClark's boyfriend, Connor McCaffrey, had to step in to nuke Nike with a tactical retweet. No.
From outside your own logo is one of the most badass.
And the fan frustration is reaching a boiling point, because this isn't some one-off mistake. It's a pattern. Everyone watching CaitlinClark's rise from die-hard fans to casual observers is perplexed at Nike's lack of focus on what should be a cash cow. How does the most exciting, most marketable athlete in women's sports not have a signature shoe or even a full apparel line?
You know what I didn't notice this morning or yesterday? Well, the WNBA's tweeting out about CaitlinClark. The Indiana Fever's tweeting out. Where the hell is Nike? Where are you, Nike?
Think about it. For a second, 41 of CaitlinClark's 44 games will be televised nationally. She and the Fever generate 3 times the TV viewers as other teams. You'd think that with CaitlinClark having that kind of Michael Jordan-level magnetism, she'd already be lacing up her own Kate Force ones by now.
Her boyfriend's page reposted this, which I guess it could have been an accident, but I'm going to assume, y'all don't got internet or what? That's because apparently Nike didn't say anything.
Her apparel line would be an international bestseller. No question. The demand is there, the fandom is there, the moment is there. And it's not like Nike hasn't gone Allen before with young athletes. Think Air Jordan this season. By night, Michael Jordan got his Air Jordans in his rookie year. LeBron James had the Nike Air Zoom generation his first season in the NBA back in 2003 when Nike spots a once-in-a-generation talent. They usually move fast, turning athletes into icons overnight by every measure. CaitlinClark is that kind of talent. The trajectory is undeniable. She has the numbers, the fans, the cultural impact. Nike doesn't need proof at this point. She's already arrived, and that's what makes their behavior so bizarre. At best, it's a misguided strategy. At worst, it feels like she's being intentionally sidelined.
Be continuing to fumble the bag when it comes to Caitlin. She still doesn't have a signature shoe. The merch is very limited that they put out for CaitlinClark, and a lot of fans are...
And if you think all of this is illogical on Nike's part, get a load of this. Nike is forecasting a steeper drop in its revenue for the current quarter than analysts expected. It's not as if Nike is crushing it right now. Their stock is down 39% over the past year, and it's not just a blip. They've warned that sales are likely to slump even more with a potential double-digit revenue drop on the horizon. Analysts aren't sugarcoating it either. Many don't expect a real turnaround until at least 2026. The problem: Nike's once iconic lines, Air Jordans, Air Force Ones, Dunks, have lost steam. What was once revolutionary now feels recycled. New product development has slowed, inventory is stacking up, and the brand once laser-focused on elite sport has drifted. Nike needs a spark. They need a new icon. They need a breakout star with global appeal and cultural momentum to match.
This is the dream team. This is the dream team. This is the opponent getting pictures with the dream team. It is like, that is what it is. It is the craziest thing in women's basketball, and this is the.
It's almost like they're begging for a game-changing athlete to build a fresh product line around. And somehow they're ignoring the most obvious answer right in front of